Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for February 27th, 2013. It's one more day left in February and then we're done. And what do we have here? We have rain. Plenty of rain. And as you can see, temperatures have risen above freezing for much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, even the northern interior, where temperatures are around the mid 30s to upper 30s. Our cold air is locked up around Albany, Massachusetts, down towards western New York and western and central Pennsylvania, where, by the way, this cold air is going to take some time to get to the east. It's going to take some time getting over the Appalachians as we start to see redevelopment along the coast. And also notice we have winds from the east and the southeast, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts over 40 miles per hour at times. A very windy morning, that is for sure. It's causing some complications with flights and also creating a rather raw and ugly morning for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Temperatures today are pretty much going to hold over the northern interior in the upper 30s to mid 40s. Along the coast, we'll push into the 50s before that colder air starts to work its way in. But basically, we'll remain warm today with temperatures above freezing for much of the day. So any showers that do move into the region, they might mix with snow, but I really don't expect much in the way of accumulation. Taking a look at the radar, you can see all the steady heavy rain from earlier this morning is now lifting up towards New England. We still have some rain lingering over portions of Long Island and Connecticut. Again, rain, not much in the way of ice here now, as temperatures again push above freezing. Now here's our cold pool with our old 500 millibar low that's starting to collapse here. And as this starts to transition towards the coast, we'll start to see temperatures fall, but really temperatures are going to have a hard time getting anywhere near freezing today, at least in the afternoon and evening hours. Thus, any snow showers that do move through the region, especially over your northern interior, will have a very hard time accumulating because temperatures are going to be well above freezing. So, for the most part, deal with scattered showers throughout the day today, but I think the heaviest rainfall is now pushing off to our east. You see on the infrared satellite picture, here's our new coastal low starting to take shape, starting to take form here. You can clearly see, though, that the primary low pressure system is still back around Michigan. This 996 millibar low will continue to weaken, and this low pressure system will start to take control. Notice with this storm, this is a key point here and why this was a rainstorm for much of the region, is that the primary low pressure system is back west. If the primary low pressure system was along the coast, this low pressure system would be like around 994 millibars. Okay, it'd be a lot stronger. And that's an important distinction because that would mean that winds would be coming from the north right now rather than the southeast. And that's why it warmed up. Combine that also with the fact that our high pressure system is a little bit too far east. These are all ingredients that were shown on the model guidance well before this storm hit. That was strongly suggesting that most of this would be rain, and that although there would be an ice threat over the interior, that by this morning, it's all rain, and temperatures are rising nicely. So some of you that have delays this morning, you will get to school. That won't be a problem for the region. This low pressure system is going to lift up towards New England. Again, a few scattered showers. So then what happens after this storm leaves? Well, the water vapor shows that our low pressure system will shift off towards the Canadian Maritimes and basically replace this departing upper level low here. Meanwhile, we have more disturbances coming in from the west. I think for the most part, we're going to be seeing a nice trough develop over the west here, and more of a zonal pattern over the east, kind of like the trough goes like this and out. So with that type of setup developing over the northern mid-Atlantic with a nice upper level low here, we're going to remain dry with the storm track pretty much suppressed to the south, but at the same time, we're going to remain a bit chilly. Temperatures slightly below normal to near normal. Talking about temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s for the most part throughout this coming weekend, but no major storms are on the way. Okay, there is one storm that we're going to keep an eye on. Let me show you this on the European model guidance, and I'm going to show you why briefly. I go into more detail in the premium discussions why I'm not all that impressed with this storm. First of all, deal with this evening here. You can see our upper level low still slowly shifting towards the coast here by this evening. clearly the primary low is still over Michigan, and that means that the cold air is going to hold back over the eastern Great Lakes and take its time to actually reach the northern mid-Atlantic. So by this evening, we'll probably start to see temperatures fall off, and that's where you'll see your rain, snow showers. But again, no real accumulation. It will be a rather raw and windy day, though. By tomorrow, that upper level low starts to move off into the Atlantic and starts to replace the departing upper level low. We're going to remain relatively dry. There could be a few isolated rain, snow showers around, but really nothing significant can be expected. And again, our temperatures are pretty much range in the mid to upper 40s for highs. Low temperatures tomorrow range anywhere from the mid 20s to lower 30s. Again, nothing extreme here, pretty much near normal for this time of year. High pressure will remain controlled through this weekend. Why? Because our storm track, as you can see, is suppressed well to the south. Our low pressure systems are tracking down here. We remain chilly, but not unseasonably so. So basically our weekend is dry, quiet, and tranquil, with temperatures, again, basically in the mid to upper 30s over the northern interior, upper 30s to lower 40s, possibly even a few mid 40s along the New Jersey coast for highs. Nothing extreme, nothing too crazy. Moving on into early next week, same story. Basically nothing really going on at the time. And then we'll have to watch this disturbance right here. Now, look at the rest of this weather pattern here. Yes, you have an upper level low around the Canadian Maritimes, but you really don't have much of a strong block here over portions of Greenland. You have a very strong trough moving into the west, and you have a ridge getting pushed off the continental divide. Well, when we move into the forecast here, lo and behold, everyone's picking up on this storm. Oh, it's going to be a big storm. No. Just look at this. See this right here? This leads me to seriously question this development here. Okay, that's just one aspect of this storm that should give you pause before jumping up and putting out snow maps and getting all excited about this storm. This weather pattern, this setup here, does not support this development. And the development of this upper level low here is a little bit too far to the east. So, again, I'd be very cautious before getting all excited about this development. Again, you're going to have to explain, or you're going to have to find a reason what would slow this disturbance down with all these disturbances moving into the west coast. And the fact of the matter is that if you say the high latitude blocking, well, look at what's happening here. It's being shoved off to the east. So I would use some caution with expecting any major storms right now. Is it a possibility? Yes. But even then, you have to consider boundary layer temperatures. Trust me, this is no slam dunk. So yes, there is a potential for a storm out there, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a major winter storm just yet. And I certainly wouldn't count on this intensity either. Moving on through the rest of the week, I just want to also point out here that here's our zonal pattern starting to unfold, starting to develop. And look where all of our Arctic air is. It's all locked up where we like it to be in March in the Arctic. And notice that throughout much of the United States, you have Pacific air flooding the northern mid-Atlantic, all of America. So clearly, we are in for a change in the weather pattern, but it does not include blizzards, at least for now. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. And of course, it's only $10 a month to become an NYNJPA Weather Premium member. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.